My name is JenniferMaker, and this is my fiance, Greg, Mr. Maker, and we love to make things. One year ago, we bought nearly 100 acres in rural Michigan. It was nothing more than dirt and cornfields when we got it, and our dream is to make something magical here. The story of Maker Farm started nearly 8 years ago. In 2016, we hit rock bottom, and we're struggling to scrape together enough to even buy food. So I began teaching others what I knew as a way to support our family. I started a blog, then a YouTube channel, then an academy, and along the way, I discovered that doing what I loved and sharing that love with others could make a real difference. In 2020, we began to dream of having more space to make more things. We saved for a long time, and in July 2023, we finally became landowners. Our nearly 100 acres has farmlands, grasslands, woodlands, and wetlands, and it's amazing. And because we believe in reinvesting back into our mission and our community, our first real task here is to create a space where we can continue our work. And in late February 2024, we broke ground on our studio. In the space of just about 4 months, the building pad was laid with thick limestone. The trusses went up, then the framing, and it began to take shape. Some of our more recent construction updates include the roofing. We think the green shingles are going to look great with the bright red siding. Our windows also went in. We're using a lot of large windows for natural light. Many of them have transom windows over the top for extra light as well. Concrete pouring day was really fun. These are the floors that we will stand, work, and play on for many, many years to come. The masonry around the lower portion of the barn is now in. It took a while for us to find an affordable way to get this stacked stone look, but it was so worth it.
You'll notice that we actually have stone rising up to about waist height around the whole complex. And then above this, we're going to have the reverse board and batten.
Once the concrete was set, the interior work began with the framing. This was when rooms took shape and we could really sense their dimensions and scale.
Swinging open the doors, we will be entering the great room. So ahead of you, you can see where we're going to have a fireplace installed, kind of front and center. On this side, we're going to have our kitchens, our dining room.
So this area here under the back of the stairs, we're going to turn into a beverage / mini bar sort of area. There's going to be a little refrigerator here, counters, coffee maker, tea, all the things here. So whenever we need something to drink, we just go to this little area right here.
Now this part's really exciting. These big double doors. We're going to open these doors and you will be looking into the new JenniferMaker / Maker Farm set space.
Yeah, so this is like the craft room / recording set where we'll make our videos. And it's really big.
So Jennifer's live stream sets, her main sets, in fact, new sets of probably all sorts will be built in this room. It's very exciting. Look how high these ceilings are. In our existing studio, we have drop ceilings and those greatly limit what we're able to do. We have a lot of tripods in this space. We're forced to run cords every which way. In this space, the ceilings are high. We can mount lights high. It's going to be so much better. In fact, to do this huge room, and support all the stuff that this room requires, they actually had to fabricate these custom things. So if you paid attention to the project earlier on, you would have seen those giant steel structures. There's 2 sets of them here. These big I-beam kind of things. These were manufactured, I believe, in the city that we live in, Ann Arbor. Custom designed to allow the ducts to pass through them. I gotta say, I feel pretty safe in here if there was a tornado, because those aren't going anywhere.
Before electrical work was finished, we got to walk through every room to make sure we had enough outlets and switches, and they were all in the right places. We're also having data cables installed throughout the studio, as we need all the internet to do all the things. Plumbing and HVAC vents are also all in. Our nearly 9,000 square foot studio will have 4 air conditioning units and 2 furnaces. Greg also thought to add this empty conduit that connects one side of the studio to the other, so that if we have to make any additions to the electrical system, including solar, we'll be ready. Outside, the porch was framed.
We're thinking about having a couple porch swings on either side. It's going to have a sunburst design featured prominently in the center. Nice copper roof.
And the driveway is starting to go in too. This will be a rather long 1,000-foot driveway that extends to the northeast corner of our property. There will be a parking area in the back behind the studio too. The sand that was used for this parking area came from a hilly area on our property. We basically created our own little sand quarry here for the construction.
Oh yeah, look at this. This is so cool. It's towering over me. Why am I talking? I don't know. I'm just getting shots for Jennifer, but it helps to talk. I love you, Jennifer.
Beyond the construction, we've been harvesting fallen trees and milling them into planks and drying them so we can use them later in our projects. We cleared a large area of weeds, and instead of just planting grass there, we decided to plant a mix of grass and clover to create a better place for bugs and other small critters. The frogs love it. And we planted about 1 full acre of sunflowers along the road here. They're still growing. We just have baby sunflowers right now, but it is working. We also planted $8 apple trees that we got from our local conservation district. We used the auger on our tractor to dig their holes. Things were going great with them until the deer on our property decided to use them as a buffet line. Now we wait to see if they survive or if we need to try again with more deer protection. We also started working on a portable shed/wagon sort of thing, something that we can move around as we need it. This is a UFO, unfinished object that we really need to finish, but it's not the highest priority right now. We also discovered that we had an old well on our property, which we had no idea was even there. We had the local well drilling company come out to inspect it, and it turns out that it's totally fine. So we now have well water that we can use for watering and cleaning things up by our pole barn. Speaking of the pole barn, it's getting a lot of use. We're storing our equipment, implements, and tools in there. We're also making a work area in one corner so we can work on things and fix them up as needed. So we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we're making plans for what happens after the construction is finished. Gardens, greenhouses, and trees are all on our radar now. Lots and lots of work to do here, but it's all good, hard work that will give us real results.
And that's how things are going on Maker Farm after 1 year. I actually think we've made more progress than I thought.
I think so too. So stay tuned for more on our farm as it develops. Until next time, this is Jennifer
And Greg,
reminding you to craft a life you love.